G'day guys, Hector back again. Just got a quick one, been a request by a couple of you guys for collmap. So I'm just going to quickly do a little tutorial about collmaps. So for instance, this is the model I wanted to have a collmap for. If I was, if I had it in Maya and I was just making it, we'll get there. So I'll run you through everything to get it into game. It's not terribly difficult. There are a few mistakes in the current tutorial for Black Ops. This should clarify and should shed some light on what's going wrong there. Hopefully. Anyway, this worked for me. I didn't have any shifting issues or anything funny like that. The collmap was in the correct position, so hope that this works for you guys too. Alright, so this is our model. Excuse me whilst I get it to a bit of a better position. Okay, this is the model I want a collmap for. Now the problem with the current tutorial on how to do this is that Call of Duty can only really handle 32 max sides to a collmap. Now that might be okay for some models, but for more advanced models like this, there's obviously more than 32 sides going on here, so it's not really an option. So what do? Well, my solution was just a box around it. It works quite well. You could get a bit more fancy, and if you want to, remembering that you've only got a max of 32 sides, you could I don't know, like do sections and whatnot if you really wanted to. But how I'm just going to do it is draw a box over him. Good stuff. Scale it down a little bit. Oh, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. Okay, so exporting. I suppose I should go over just exporting the model as well, because I suppose a few guys might have issues with that. We're just going to, well, first, if we don't have anything selected, it's best to select both of these. We'll select the hierarchy, reveal selected, so everything's selected and it's shown. Good stuff. Yours will say Call of Duty mod tools or whatever, export tools or something. Okay, model exporter. Whoops. Want to auto create from selection, set exports, export selected, yes. I didn't do that. Yep. Just say yes if you see that, yes to all. Okay, now that part's done. Wonderful. Now to exporting the collmap, which is our cube here. What we want to do is have the cube selected, and for sake of argument, we'll have tag origin selected as well. So we want to hold down, we'll select cube, hold down control, and then select tag origin as to have both of those selected. Make sure that that's what you've got there. Go back to model exporter. Now, a few little tricks here. We want to add a new collmap. Now here, do I normally Let's just try something. Collmap 2 add nodes. Yes, okay. So just to verify, the correct way to do that is to add new collmap, delete everything, type in the name of your collmap. Usually you would keep that as the same name as the model. In my case it's Rotec Piggy, add nodes, and before you export, we want to make sure you've got a bit of a folder directory, a bit of a structure going on in here. Under Call of Duty Black Ops bin, Maya, Tools, Share. Now you want to make sure you have this folder here, and Raw, and collmaps. So that's the directory structure that you should be seeing in your Black Ops. Is Maya, Tools, Share, Raw, collmaps. And this is where all your collmaps will end up. And export selected. Yes. Ta-da, select, all done. Okay, so we've exported our model out. I'll just find that for you. So there's my X model and my collmap. 850, yep, that's one just made. Wonderful. Just so you know what it looks like, it's basically what a collmap would look like if you made it in Radiant, which is another option. You can always go and make your collmap in Radiant, but a lot of the Black Ops modder guys are going to have no clue what Radiant's about or how to use it. So this is a viable option. Now, over to Arsman. Once you have created your material files for your model, which are not shown in this GDT, and your X model file there, disregarding that can be rigid, animated, whatever. It's just because it's got joints and it's going to be in animation soon. Now the important part here is of course getting your X model and then your collmap. Here's something that you might run into problems. Where we exported it to, which was, remembering, under bin, Maya, Tool, Share, Raw, collmaps, we want to take that, we want to copy it, and we want to go back to Black Ops root directory, go to Raw, collmaps. If that folder doesn't exist, create it please. And it's already there, but yep, okay, so it's there. Now, and where else might you want to have that is whilst you're building a mod, of course, for testing purposes. Now, in your mod root directory, you want to have collmaps and the same file in there as well. Okay, you don't really have to do anything else other than just link your X model in the mod CSV and whatever else, of course. Okay, so now back to Asset Manager. Now, we copied it to collmaps in our mod and in the raw of Black Ops. When we're choosing it for our Asset Manager, we want raw collmaps and the collmap. Okay, done. I suppose I want to touch over quickly why this works and why the other method doesn't. I spoke briefly about the max 32 sides. That's one limiting factor. Also is that I included tag origin, if you remember. They're just giving it a bit of a reference of location to have the collmap, so it's not all stuffy. Okay, I think that's it for this part. Join us in part 2. Please like and subscribe, and join us next time.